Hi friends, welcome. So I changed my channel name from Sky Dancer to Conscious Conversations to I Am Love. It's been a process of unveiling and peeling back the layers. But when I get to the roots of what I am, of my am, that I am love. It's always been love. No matter what. Funny story. So my lover had said to me that I remind him when I tell my stories, I remind him of Job's in the Bible. Because he had this complete faith in Jesus, in Christ, in God. And God gave him permission, gave the devil permission to test him. And in the story, the devil takes away everything from him, from Job's. And he still sits with faith, with love, with God. And the lesson to that is patience. And that is the lesson of my life. And everything that has appeared in my reality, as hard as it's been, as heartbreaking as it's been, I sat with love and with patience. And I can see how he can see that in my stories, because I can see it. I can see the Job energy. And I've been out here all morning. It is the day before the eve of the Capricorn full moon. That's the beautiful cardinal. Can you see it, or did he fly away? Where is he? There's a beautiful cardinal up there. I can't get him, but he's come to bless this talk with his presence. Cardinals are messenger birds, so spirit is nearby. We are on the eve of the super Capricorn super moon, full moon. And I started yesterday with a super period and a super migraine, and I was super bitch. And I recognized it. I recognized my super bitch state, and I took accountability for that state, sat with myself, processed myself, and put love in that space. And I find that yesterday was so beautiful for me, because I really sat and was meditating on what is all this? Because my external reality, it's chaos. I'm surrounded by consciousness that is not doing their inner work, just being unconscious, and I'm feeling all of these energies that are not in alignment with where I'm at, combating my energy. And it's heavy. It's very heavy, especially when you're in the presence of hater vibes. When someone around you is thinking negative thoughts about you, doesn't matter what they are. It could just be jealousy. Your vibe could be so high that you're intimidating them. That energy, that negative energy, if you allow yourself to be open to it, it can affect you. And I was feeling pretty beaten down yesterday. But I just put on my crown and did my breaths and rose above it. But I love I love how aligned I am with my partner, because he is in retreat right now, and there are so many things that could make me jealous. I could be jealous that I'm not there. I could be jealous that he's gonna have a moon bonfire with all of these people and I don't get to have a moon bonfire with him. Which is something that, you know, fire is a real, we sit by the fire anytime we have the opportunity to sit by the fire. As you hear the sirens going, the crazy is in the collective. The moon is stirring. We sit by the fire together all the time, and something I really wanted was to bring ritual to that space, and I had asked before he left if we could, on the last moon, if we could have sacred ritual together, bring it to our bedroom, you know, tantric lovemaking, sacred sex, come into union with prayer, and our last day was spent packing, which was on the new moon. Was it a new moon or a full moon? I can't remember. And with Bella, and it was busy, and it didn't happen that way. And I could be in my feelings right now, but there's no space for that. Not where I'm at. There's no space for that. Like, but what I love is that yesterday, so he sends me the talks, the discussions, because philosophy is my favorite, my absolute favorite part of the yoga practice, is the philosophy. And I went through this really difficult time in Bellingham with not being able to come to the Saturday discussions because I had these wild babies that wouldn't sit quietly, and then when I tried to bring them, they were so wild that he actually asked me if I could take them out of the room, and I was in my feelings about that. Not more towards him, but more towards the babies, because I was like, how come y'all can't just shh, you know, so I can hear? So him sending me the philosophy talks and discussions is like such a love language for me, that like I'm literally like sitting here in like complete heaven on earth, just like feeling it, right? Happy. And I'm behind a couple of days. Instead of, I stopped on the 10th, and I have to listen to the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. And the 12th was, there were two discussions, one on Soham meditation and one on karma yoga. So I chose this morning to lay in the hammock, my beautiful hammock that I've left here to have when I come back to this space as a place of sanctuary, and listen to the discussion on the Soham meditation. And he's talking about I am. And I just smile, this biggest smile, from like heart-warming smile, because as I'm in the thick of my thick, meditating on my I am and just coming into this love, this space of love, he's completely across the pond. We are not in communication at this time, having discussion about I am. And love at the source, at the roots. And I'm just, wow. You know, like, wow. So, I'm going to celebrate my supermoon with a fire tonight, too. I'm going to go over to my girlfriend's house, and we're going to do ritual, and we're going to have a fire, and I brought some Bellingham wood with me that I was going to camp on the way here, and we didn't, and I'm going to burn, and we're going to do an offering to the fire, and I have some things that I want to let go, and I'm sure she has some things she wants to let go, and I'm really excited about that. But I do want to talk a little bit about yoga practice today, because it's just been such a very important part of my life. I am an Ashtanga yoga teacher. Of many things, I am an Ashtanga teacher. I have not identified with that for so long because I've been outside of the shala, outside of the studio, just outside of the community, and like on my own for so long. And then when I didn't have a daily dedicated practice, I was ashamed of myself. I was embarrassed because I felt like I wasn't walking the walk. And it was really going through this past year with my lover and just being in the place that I was at, which wasn't daily Ashtanga, and seeing myself through his eyes and realizing that the yoga never stopped. And I knew it didn't, but the part of me that identified with ego was in that lower vibrational space. And one of the things that was very prominent with my daily practice, I mean daily practice, was healing. Something that I've become very, I would like to say, proficient in is self-healing. When you heal on the quantum level, when you heal in the quantum realm, it shows up in the physical faster. And I want to take it way back to 2012, 2013, 2014. I was teaching Ashtanga Yoga in Winter Park, Florida. And then I went from the shala to a school setting. But before I left to go to the school, when I was teaching at the shala, I was a very dedicated student to my teacher, Krista. So dedicated that I was in a space of ego. When I came to the shala to do my practice, I had to look like a teacher, or at least I felt I did. So I always did full primary, did my dropbacks, like I was just powering through it, no matter what I felt, no matter how much pain was there. It was just, for me, I had to look the part, and I powered through it. And I'm finding now, within the Ashtanga community, from what I'm seeing and hearing, and it's coming back to me, is a lot of people talking about abandoning the practice because of pain and blaming it on the practice and blaming it on the teacher. But the pain, the injury, doesn't come from the practice. The injury comes from the ego. Where is your mind at? Are you not listening to what your body is telling you? Your body will always tell you what's there, because pain in your body is unresolved trauma. Even if that pain came from an injury, like a car accident, let's say you were in a car accident and you have something happen to your neck, and it's always there, you always feel it. Your body has the ability to heal itself rapidly if you're in alignment with that healing. But if you don't address it, you don't address the trauma, it will stay. The pain will stay. The pain will stay until you address the trauma. You have to move the trauma. You have to release it. So something that I've started doing with myself and with my practice is when I feel something, maybe it's in my neck, maybe it's in my back, maybe it's in my leg, It doesn't matter if I'm on my mat doing my Ashtanga. It doesn't matter if I'm on my foam roller. It doesn't matter if I'm sitting in meditation. It doesn't matter if I'm just doing hip circles and just moving some energy up and down my spine. When I feel that tightness, that discomfort, I address it, recognize it, actually talk to it. And you can do this in your head. If you're in your Ashtanga practice, you don't want to break your drishti, you don't want to break your breath, but thoughts do come and thoughts do go. So say to it, I see you, I feel you. You're here. You're here for a reason. Sometimes you don't know that reason, sometimes you do. Sometimes you can say, yeah, that was my car accident. That was my ex-husband, you know. Other times, you might not know why it's there, but you could say, okay, thank you for showing up today. But I don't need you anymore. I understand that this trauma is here, this pain is here as a result of something I lived. But now, I'm moving into a new reality. My body is healing rapidly, and I release you. And actually feel in your heart that you're letting this pain go. This pain does not serve you. We regenerate. Our body builds new cells. We regenerate every single day. The only reason we stay with the same injuries and the same problems is because we don't believe that we can heal. So we keep regenerating from trauma, from the past, from the pain. So let it go. If you want to go even more quantum, let's say it's your knee, right? You're doing some kind of, maybe you're in Janu Shirsasana, maybe whatever posture you're in, and you feel it in your knee. Take some deep breaths there. In Ashtanga Yoga, the last posture you're on, my teacher taught me to do it 5 times. Before you go to closing, you do your last posture 5 times. If there's space for 5 times, there's space for more breaths. So breathe, visualize, give it something to like, give it something so you can visually identify with it. Maybe it's a ball. I like to picture it as black energy, dark energy. And when I release it, I always visualize that white light is pushing it out, coming in through my crown, going out my feet, and just releasing it. Whatever works for you. Maybe it's a ball of fire. Maybe you can visualize setting fire to the knee, and as the fire goes out, the pain dissipates with the smoke. Use your imagination, because your body is designed to heal. You are here to heal. Like, you can physically heal yourself. Give love to the space and release it with grace. But don't blame the practice. Don't blame the teacher. If the teacher is teaching from a place of ego, they shouldn't be your teacher anyways. And like attracts like. What are you living that you've attracted this teacher into your life to learn the lesson? It's all about completely taking accountability for your part in your entire design of your life. But don't blame these ancient practices that were here way before any one of us, you and I, walked this earth in this incarnation. You could have been here in the past. You may have been you could have been here when Jesus was here. But here's a beautiful fact, and I wish I had the reference. I don't have the reference to give you. Maybe someone watching this knows and does. But there's this huge space of Jesus's life Now I'm talking about Jesus, the man that they call Jesus in the Bible, who walked with Christ consciousness, who is an ascended master, that Jesus. Jesus is not God, but Jesus has God energy. There's this whole section in the Bible that doesn't count for this huge portion of his earth life. But there's other documents that Jesus practiced yoga in India, in Mother India. Like, that's so beautiful. I love that fact. I wish I had the reference, but I just wanted to share that. So that's my moon message today on the eve of the supermoon. I just really wanted to address your power and what you can do with it. So I went through the whole, during 2020, I started the energy healing, and I did the level 1, I did the level 2, and I could physically right now go work as an energy healer. But I found that my passion is showing other people that they can do that too. It's just truly, I truly feel that you don't need to go to someone else to get what you can give yourself. And I don't need to do energy work on you because you can do it on yourself. I can teach you, I can show you, I can guide you, but you can do it. And I really feel strong about that. Like, we all can do it. So I'm gonna leave you with that. And one more thing. Why are we putting so much faith in doctors, people? Why? Are your doctors walking around in a healed version of their body? If they're not, why is your faith there? In people who aren't healed to heal you? I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm gonna leave that for today, and I love everybody, and I'm going to go back to this space, laying in my hammock, listening to the cicadas and the hum of the air conditioning, and practice the Soham meditation that my lover had talked about yesterday, because it's fresh in my memory, and it is a practice that I used to practice that I want to bring back to my practice. And I wanted to share a little trick also, just to further the healing. I cured yesterday's migraine, peppermint oil on my forehead, and I gave myself a self-massage. This body butter was made by my girlfriend Maureen in Winter Park, Florida, who actually, she was a teacher and a student at the shala I worked at, who now hosts her own teacher trainings. She made this herself. It's got Rick Simpson oil in it, turmeric, lemongrass, and shea butter. It's a body butter, and I'm about ready to order another one because I'm almost out. And I just rub it on my hands and I put it on my neck. Like, this is where I get really tight, right here. I'm a Taurus, and Taurus people actually get really tight in their neck. There's this book called Sextrology that I read about 12 years ago, and it broke down each sign with the parts of their body that that when out of alignment get the most discomfort. And I do. I get a really tight neck, and I just massage myself every day. I actually self-massage every single day. I'm obsessed with self-love and giving love to myself. I do it in the car, I do it at traffic circle or red lights, in the morning, in the evening. I'm just always rubbing myself. And I woke up this morning. I had a brief lingering of the migraine this morning, and I did have a little coffee, black coffee with maple syrup. I don't drink the fake creamer anymore. I used to be addicted to it. I've evolved. Always evolving, always evolving. That's my goal every day, to be a better version of me than I was yesterday. I've downed about 1 whole glass of water, and I had a cup of celery juice and a half a cup of orange, apple, carrot, and ginger juice. So I'm on a juice fast for this day through the evening, and I'm just gonna honor my body, honor it all. So I just wanted to leave you with those little tips, and have a blessed day. Make the most of it. Love you.